talk about early access and how they are kind of gypping people and charging for early access and demos.
See,
They're charging for early access.
Yeah,
They're
like,
charging
perfect.
people
She
to
is
give
new
them
to this.
feedback.
This is
Fucking
new.
kidding me?
Let's put it this way. This has been going on for a long time, especially on Steam. So any game that has early access is an unfinished product that they have people pay for. And
Is it
when
cheaper
it's finally...
than the original game?
Hell no. Not at all. Not all times. Not at all.
there you go.
Okay. All right. So right now, I buckled down because as a reviewer, it's my obligation to do these certain things, to test drive certain things. So Star Citizen.
Right.
There's a game called Star Citizen that's out on PC, pretty big budget game, and the Founders Pack for this, and mind you, this game is still in alpha. They're charging for one Founders Pack $45 and the other major pack $65. Now here's where things get even more weirder. So if you want to buy additional ships, you can use in-game currency, or you can use real money. Now the problem is, one of these ships that I saw cost $1,500. Real $1,500.
No fucking way.
Yeah, if you go to the Star Citizen website, you can actually see some of the prices of these ships, and I do even recall
I'm
when this first
literally
was talked
looking it
about.
up right now.
Like when it first was talked about, and these ships are godly expensive for no reason. It's virtual currency, and I'm just like thinking, okay, maybe it's the in-game money that they talk about, but no, it's actually real world dollars. And I was like, let me see, Star Citizen most expensive ship.
I mean, like, while you're looking that up, I've done it.
It's called the Javelin. It's called the Javelin, and it actually costs $2,500.
Oh.
I was like, hold up,
fuck, what?
Hold up.
Okay, but is
somebody
Star
out there
Citizen
really
how much
paying
was
this
Eve?
much?
Because
Eve
Eve was like
Online?
a. I think it was Eve. That's like the super like open world, like space game.
Yeah.
Yes, because this. I don't know much about this game, I'll be honest, but it looks very similar.
It's very
to
much
that.
like Eve. It's very much like Eve.
And
I know
like,
one or two
Eve
people that
has
play
like
this
a lot of content in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a never-growing thing.
Yeah.
Well,
so
the funny
is this
part
gonna
is,
be something like that?
I guess, because it's not something like that. It already is. They already made, like, all those ships that I'm looking at right now. That's like this $550 ship, the $600 ship. They all been sold. So they made $500,000 in 1 week. So there's people actually buying these virtual ships.
Yeah.
So maybe those are like investor packages to help support their project or something. I don't know.
Here's my problem with that though. You're charging people to test out your game. It's the weirdest concept that I've ever heard in my life because, alright, so because I test drive this whole conversation on TikTok already.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the weirdest. It's like, I'm not going to knock their reasoning because, I mean, it's your opinion. So if you feel that it's justified, then okay. One person said, you pay to build the game instead of having head publishers pay to build the game. Self-funded by the player. Conquered features never seen before. I wanted to get your take on what he just said. Either one of y'all can chime in.
So here's...
I mean...
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
here, you can go.
No, you.
Jinx, do you have yourself another beer?
Oh, don't tell that.
Well, I mean, I see like the sentiment behind that, and I guess it's really nice to not have influence from like, corporations and things like that. I mean, like, that is a concept I think is really cool, but I don't know enough about the game or the devs to like really say, or I feel comfortable to say anything that's like, yes, I think that's a really good idea, or no, but like I do think that it is an incredible amount of money for digital content,
Right. Yeah. So my point of view on the whole thing is like it really depends on the game and what I'm getting. Like I was telling him earlier, I did it for Ghost in the Shell game, and a game made by the original people that did Wipeout games from back in the day. They re-released a new game, and they were doing early access. Of course, it was just for like people to like get in there real quick and test it and all that. But they were only charging like $10, and then you end up with the full game at the end. So that's cool to me. But like, if you're telling me that I'm pretty much going to be paying my rent money for this fucking game, and it's not even like at beta, it's just like, really though, come on, no. I'm supposed to be getting paid to test your shit, not me paying you to test your shit.
Yeah, see, that's where my brain's going too. Like that,
Right.
that seems so crazy to me.
Right. The cool thing about the idea behind it, though, the one good thing that I see is that you're getting real life feedback instead of like someone that works there and it's like, oh, we found this glitch here. No, we're gonna find more glitches because we're the assholes that are like crashing onto the wall on purpose. You guys aren't. You're just playing the game. We're like, yay! I can't control this ship.
Okay, so this is okay. This
What
is
kind of clout do you need for you to like, you know, where people are like, oh my gosh, I would pay this much money to play your game. You know?
Well, you know what? Great question. Great question to ask.
That is a great question.
Someone on YouTube not too long ago that I think I sent you the video about this guy that found a template brawler game, and someone paid for it, and they put it together, and then they pushed it up with the stock shit from like the demo, and it's just one level, one character, and the same guy being repeated over and over again, right? So that's the whole idea of this template. And then you go ahead and you edit it and do whatever, and you build your game off of it. Well, someone went ahead and just downloaded that template, pushed it up there, and sold it for a couple $100. And someone bought it and put it on YouTube. And I was like, dude, this isn't the full game. And he's all thinking, oh, this is a great game. Oh my God, it has to be a great game because it's going to cost that much. And I'm just like, dude, that's just a template. You could get it for like $10. And you just paid like $200.
Yeah, you got Jip. You got Jip.
Middleman.
Okay.
You know, middleman
So
fees.
to do an update,
and
on
it's
the whole
on
Star
Steam
Citizen.
on top of that shit. Steam needs to like fucking take a look at
man.
that shit really
They
quick.
do. All right, so here's I researched some more. So apparently, Star Citizen did have a Kickstarter, and they
Okay.
achieved their goal.
Yeah.
They achieved their goal of $5,550,000.
My
Oh,
God.
Jesus
But then again, it's
Christ.
a really big world, so yeah, I get it.
I mean, 5,500,000. So I'm like, so you achieved your goal on Kickstarter, and you're still doing this alpha charging thing? Something don't feel right about that, because I'm looking at the pledges too, and it's fucking expensive. I think
Maybe
the
I just
largest
don't have
one-
a perspective because, like, I understand games take a long time and take huge teams, but like, if you want to look at like corporate money, like that's about as much money as they, right, as like they would spend or
'Cause
like
what I'm
they would
hearing
invest
is-
into like a big ass game.
somebody
like,
actually
voice actors, extra. Sorry.
No, you're fine. No, one person pledged $10,000 for this game, and they get it's called the Wing Commander, the finished game for your PC with your top of the line RSI Constellation spaceship ready to fly, plus $20,000 galactic credits, custom skin, blah blah blah, bells and whistles. And I'm like, $10,000, and
Now, keep this in mind. If this is the same game, and I believe it is,
It
that my
is.
friend has been trying to get me to play for months now. These ships, these really big ships, can't be run with just one person. You need a whole crew. Like one to be at the front, the other one at the engine bay, the other one over here. So it's like you're buying these big ships, and do you even have a crew?
Well, that's what I mean. I don't think anybody really bought it yet, because I think some people do have a crew. Because yes, there's an 8-man ship called the Hammerhead, I believe, and you can actually dock your little ships inside of it. But I was just like, I mean, like I said, I'm trying to be neutral on this whole thing, but my moral compass is like, yo, this feels wrong in so many ways.
Who's streaming? Have you seen any streamers playing this game? Like,
Yes, I have. 2 of my friends that are playing it right now, they got me into getting into it. Because, I mean, they having fun with it and all that, but I'm still like, I can't justify this price. I really can't.
Nope.
I can't do that.
Okay. No.
And Yeah, they having a lot of fun, and this game is very technical. Apparently, they got big name people involved with this game, like Mark Hamill's in it. He's the one voice acting.
Yeah.
Star Trek
For
guy.
that price,
They
they
played
better
Q.
have big names.
That played Q. He's in it, and I'm like, okay. So, whew. And it's very intuitive. It's pretty interesting, but it still needs to be polished. And I'm thinking, like, you had a Kickstarter, and the game is still not finished. And here's another thing: the game was finished in 2013, so it's been in production for that whole time, and it's 2020, and it's still in alpha. So I'm like, God damn, something don't feel kosher in my aspect. I'm trying to find a store right now to see, because I want to be 100% sure that it's actually in-game money.
I mean, I can't remember if it was like Forza or something, you know, like people will spend thousands of dollars on like those like car setups and things like that. Yeah. But, you know, I guess for PC games it's a little bit different, you know, like I'm a console gamer, so I don't really, like, I've seen some pretty cool setups, but I guess like I don't really empathize in that sort of way, because like I know people who have like multiple screens and like you know, like the best graphics cards, so like that experience makes it worth it, you know.
I get that,
but I mean, you won't see me buying the game, at least not anytime soon. That's for sure.
Yeah,
but because this is also I'm thinking about when it comes to, like, when you mentioned the in-game content, because I brought this up many years ago about how you're paying off for people's laziness in games. When Need for Speed Carbon came out, they actually gave you a DLC option to buy all the cars instead of earning them. So
yeah, I remember for a while their DLCs for a lot of games where you buy this and then unlock everything.
Yeah, that was the start of it for me. Need for Speed Carbon did that. Then all of a sudden they started playing suit to other things. And the catch-22 with that was they made the in-game unlocks harder, so that way you'll just spend the money to unlock it with your real money, like Street Fighter V did it. And I know people are going to hate me for saying it, and they already done it over with, but Street Fighter V did it. They said that, yeah, you can unlock the stuff yourself in-game, but for $30, you can just unlock everything right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a scam.
Yay.
So yeah, early access, demos. I don't like what's going on with that. Charging people to play. Baby. It is doodoo. It's doodoo butter. Could you imagine, Leanne, if they charge you to try out their demo of Puzzle Fighter 3? Like, hey, you want to try out Puzzle Fighter 3 to test it out, but you're going to have to pay us $40.
See, like, okay, that's what's kind of going through my head right now, is like, man, I'm thinking about all the games that I absolutely freaking love, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Puzzle Fighter, I've bought 3 times, dude. I bought it, you know, I bought it for 3 different Game Boys advances, because I kept breaking them or dropping them or whatever, and then like out went the game. Yeah, see, this is why I don't have a Switch. And I have it for the PlayStation, and I have it for the 360, and I've I've clearly invested a lot of time and money in a Puzzle Fighter. I don't know why. It's just my go-to game. I don't know.
Holy
I just never let go of it.
Shit.
So like, I don't know.
I get it.
You know, like I get. Maybe it's like the same feeling, but with someone with more money.
Oh yeah. So, okay. So we're gonna go around the panel to close up this subject. Mm-hmm. Start off with our new guest, Leanne. Your final thoughts on early access and paid demos.
My final thoughts on early access and paid demos. Well, early access, you know, depending upon the game, I may pay for, but I will not pay a full price. Like, I will pay for something that's like, you know, investor worthy. Right. I don't know. I guess that's like kind of, you know.
That's like a little bit up in the air. Like, what would be investor worthy?
I don't know. I guess like that's really just up to me. Like, I really can't I don't know what I would consider investor worthy, I guess, because like, maybe it's because I never really. I don't know. Have I really supported any like sort of games that like I guess like indie games, like I'll usually buy it once it's out, but that's about it as far as like investing into the process. So I guess I'm just like a person who just likes to buy complete games, just in
Yeah.
general, you know?
As you should. I mean, why not?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because for a long time, we didn't have demos for a long time until
But I think
demos
I
started
also-
resurfacing.
I think I also don't know enough game devs to like those projects aren't like in my face. Like I'll have to like take time out of my day, go to like Kickstarter and scroll through all of those, and I just don't. You know?
Well, I've kickstarted a lot of games so far, and I was just like,
I
But the
won't.
thing is that
Nope.
no, I had to because there's some friends of mine that are developers, and I was like helping them out. But the thing is that they actually gave out people a demo before, like Session. They gave out a demo before you even could kickstart, and it's like, hey, try it out. If you like it, yeah, support us. Stuff like that. That's good. I like that.
Right. Yeah.
But
yeah, if I can see the progress, but I think that's the problem is that like a lot of these games, like
Yeah.
I'll see this thing, it's like, hey, like out of nowhere, I'll just be like, hey, support this or whatever, and like I haven't seen any progress prior to that point, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like
Obi.
I'm as a content creator, like
Sorry.
sorry. Like,
No, sorry. Go ahead. Finish.
No,
Finish.
yeah. So like you know, with like my own project, you know, I can see that being a difficult thing as far as marketing, you know, because like who wants to, you know, I've had a lot of my friends too. They're like, I really want to support your project, but I want to wait till it's finished, and like I just empathize with that. And you just have to, you know, stick to the grindstone.
Right.
Yeah, but I think in your case, like other people that I support, because I see that the grind is real. You're not just sitting there twiddling your thumbs expecting people to throw money at you. You're actually showing videos of your work, your progress, and your comic books and stuff like that. So that's actually showing me, okay, this is somebody I can invest in because they're actually doing the job. So that's a big difference.
Yeah, I think that's just some homework that I would need to do too. Like this is like really helping me like reflect on those sort of things. Like maybe I should look for more Patreons or Kickstarter projects and see like what they're doing. You know.
Well, I mean, you're already doing it. As I said, you do live streams of you drawing your comic book, showing your progress. And you're honestly supposed to be keeping that hidden for the Patreons only to see, but you still do that. So that's actually showing investors that you're actually working. So that's enough that somebody should be, you know, supporting your work.
Yeah, I mean, I do invite the patrons, but it's one of those things where it's like I can't really stream anywhere else, and like I don't really. I mean, if people share it, that's cool, but I don't really like for the art stream specifically. I don't really tell everybody, you know.
Okay.
So.
Obi.
Yes.
Your final thoughts, sir?
My final. It's shit. I've said this before in one of our other episodes where I'm a product of my time. Look at how PlayStation started with their "You Are Not Ready" demos. It was a disc with a bunch of games and a bunch of videos, and it was a demo. You can see it, you can play it, you can blah blah blah. And now you have gamers that are going through the whole, we're going to buy this great looking game. Oh, wait, it's not even close to being finished, and they're still releasing it. But that doesn't have to be just for the indie developers or anything. I mean, look at EA. They do that shit all the fucking time.
Well, Capcom do it all the time, too.
Oh my god, Capcom does it all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Street Fighter V wasn't finished when it came out.
I know. It took a long ass time, and I get it in a certain light.
Ubisoft does it.
Oh my god, Ubisoft! Jeez, we're getting started.
Division wasn't finished. It finally got finished 2 years.
Street games.
Yeah,
it
wasn't finished.
But
so what's defined as like an unfinished game to you? Because like things like, you know,
an
I don't know, like
unfinished
Call of
game-
Duty or something will have like updates, right? And like clearly it's still developing. Is that considered
Well, I
an
think
unfinished game?
that's
or,
what's the-
like,
is okay because you're updating it. But if you could seriously see, like from the moment that you boot up the game, that it's just not complete because you can immediately see the glitching, you're walking through the wall, or there's
dialogue is missing
out because they're just not active yet. It's like you guys are dicks. You
The
guys
biggest example of
if
that
it's not
happening.
active, don't add it. Don't add it
big-
yet. Put it in a fucking update and be like, oh,
Yeah.
there's a new icon here.
So the biggest examples that happened with that was 2 Sonic games back in the day.
Fuck
Well,
Sonic.
one. Hey,
Yeah, that's
hey,
right. Fuck Sonic.
hey!
Ooh,
Yeah.
Damn!
sounds a
Hey!
little bitter.
Leave
Yeah.
the Blue Bomber alone.
No,
God.
no. After what
Let
they
me
did with
finish my
Dreamcast
point.
Sonic games, fuck Sonic.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Anyway, as I was saying, the 2 big examples of that example would be Sonic Boom that came out on a Nintendo Wii U, and the game wasn't finished at all. It was glitchy. You go into levels, the level wasn't loading. It just showed the empty space. They had all this, like, people beat the game in under an hour by doing that Knuckles glitch where you could jump, pause the game, and keep on going up in the air. And then you had Sonic 06, which was another atrocity that wasn't finished, and they sold that. So it's like games that are broken, pretty much, and they just release it. Anthem.
Anthem is a really big example of that.
Oh my God,
Finished the
Anthem.
game, but it was obviously not finished, and they
It wasn't
admitted
finished.
it was finished.
Yeah.
Even No Man's Sky. No Man's
No
Sky.
Man's Sky wasn't finished, and they
said it
actually
themselves.
refunded people their money back.
Yeah, I kept it. I was like, no, I believe in this project. I know what they're gonna do, and I'm grateful that I stick around because like the game right now is just fucking awesome. It's
Well, you got it on PS4? Or?
yeah, PS4.
Yeah, I got it too. I just haven't played it.
And like I mean,
But yeah, there's a lot of that's pretty much an example of what a full price AAA game would be that's unfinished.
a lot of Need for Speed games aren't finished when they first come out.
Yeah, but yeah, Street Fighter 4, that was another one. Oh, Dead or Alive 6, that pissed me
Dead or
off.
Alive, oh my god, they finessed people. They finessed people.
They
Perf-
played off a lot of gamers' perversity.
They were like, you could buy this game with this little bit of options, and then you just pay for like the extra characters and all this. I'm like, what?
It's like, all right, so
you're buying your roster. You're just
So-
buying your roster.
Leanne. No, the thing is that you can unlock the roster. It was just that they had certain characters that was behind a pay gate,
Yeah.
and that really pissed me off. But when Dead or Alive 6 was released last year, the problem was, for one, it wasn't finished. That was the main problem. They only let you have access to online lobbies, but you couldn't play with your friends. That update wasn't there yet, which makes no sense. So you couldn't have like private lobbies to play against. Like, I couldn't do 2-player with my buddy over here. I only can go into online lobby. And then the worst part is they had the pay gate. Certain characters that pay. For those that don't know, a pay gate means that the characters available to you in story mode, but that's about it. If you want to use them in online matches and stuff like that, you have to pay to unlock them. But they're in the game. You just got to pay to unlock them. And then the ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah, but see, that's not an unfinished game. When it gets to that point, it's not an unfinished game.
Well, it's not an unfinished
But
game.
maybe
But
it's like part of the reason why I play games so late. Like I've just learned,
Yeah.
like working with video games, is that like it's more so in like the past. I don't know. I would say almost over 10 years. This has been happening for a very long time now, where like games aren't coming out. So like I will wait. Oftentimes, or like I said, luckily I don't feel obligated to do reviews and things like that now. But like.
yeah, that's the
I'll
biggest
wait
stress.
years to play the games because like it allows me to kind of everyone else gets to play guinea pig while I can kind of sit here and watch and be like, okay, so that's what I actually want to play. Like that's why I'm playing God of War now, because like
Well, God of War, when it came out, it was actually finished. That was a finished product. It was nice.
for sure. But like I said, I didn't want to buy it right away
Oh,
because
yeah.
I wanted to see how people reacted to it first, because it didn't matter if they told me the ending or not. It was like I said, one of those games where I'd still enjoy the journey.
Oh yeah, I agree. Nah, it's just that, yeah, sadly, being that I am a reviewer, I have to bite the bullet and go out there in the first reins of it to get these
Yes.
games. And yeah, it's just,
We appreciate your service, sir.
oh Jesus. And it's just sad because I feel like with the next gen consoles that came out, some developers become lazy because they just have that whole mentality, oh, we could just send an update to fix it later. We just need to send this out now, and then we'll do an online update to fix it later. I'm just like, that's lazy. That's really lazy. It should never be like that. Sit there, take your time, and finish the game.
I would
I
have
don't
hear
have
there's
these
a lot of
problems.
like devs that get like really pressured though by a lot of like
Oh, they do.
executives and stuff, you know.
This is why I would love to talk to these executives because technically you work for me.
I don't
executives.
blame them at all.
I don't blame the devs. No, they under a lot of pressure. They under a lot of pressure because there's certain quarters they got to get their game out for certain holiday seasons or whatever reason. But I want to talk to these executives because I'd rather them. Because every time I hear a game is delayed, I am so happy when I hear that. My wallet is happy. Because there's been a lot of games that are delayed this year. Because Cyberpunk was supposed to come out in February, but they decided to delay it.
So many people.
I'm so happy about it too. Like, cause
Thank
like
God.
I don't like. That's like one of the few games recently that I've been just so psyched about. You know.
Oh,
and,
yes.
Like, I would rather it just be how I envision it in my mind. Like, if it's like the trailer that you showed us, like during I can't remember what it was, like E3 or whatever. It's just like give it to me. Like that's what I want.
Yes, I'd rather you take your time. Take your time, please.
Absolutely, take your time.
Don't rush.
I'm cool
And
with
besides, it goes into the other spectrum for these gamers that be like, nah, I need that game now. I was like, have you I feel like a parent. I'll just be like, have you finished the other games yet? No. I still see some empty trophies in your list.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm bored. And I need something new to play right now.
I'm a gamer.
Go back to the other game and finish it. But
No, I'm a real gamer. All my games
real
now.
talk. Oh shit. Real talk,
my
that is
gosh.
it for that topic. And I'd like to thank Leanne. I'd like to thank
Yes.
Obed and myself. That was a fun topic to talk about. As my final thought, I would just say be wary of what you buy. If you want to invest in something, I'm not going to stop you. But just have caution because this is a trend that's getting out of hand for me. And I don't feel like people should be paying for demos or alphas at that. We should be paying for a finished product. Because, I mean, you don't go to, as a buddy of mine said, you don't go to a restaurant, get a baked potato with butter, and they talk about, well, the butter is going to cost you $5. It doesn't work that way.
There's places that do that. And
Yeah, $5 for butter? Are you serious?
well, not for butter, but like
Oh, okay.
you know,
It's supposed to come with it.
like shit that you would think like, oh,
Baked
I would
potato.
think like a ramen, like oh maybe they charge me like $3 for egg, you know, like I don't want to do that, but man, does egg
Alright,
sound good in ramen?
Let's put it this way. Okay, you go into a
I'm
ramen
trying to
shop
think of like Leander.
and you get a pork ramen with the egg and all that stuff, and they're like, oh, excellent choice. And they bring you a bowl with uncooked noodles. And they talk about, okay, but you got to charge for the water. But that's like, I already paid you for the whole meal though already. It's like, yeah, but you got to charge for the water.
Okay, that's a good analogy.
that's a good one, yeah.
That's
It's like,
a
I
really
already paid the guy. And he's like, okay, yeah, so now you want the water, the chives, the egg. That's going to be an additional $40. And I'm like, wait a minute. It said on here $45 for the meal. What am I paying for?
You're making me think about what I ate last night. I found out that one of my local spots is open until 11 o'clock at night, and I got hungry.
Yeah.
So I ordered some tenders.
Ooh.
Wait, no, chicken fingers. Yeah, chicken fingers. And
Ooh.
usually,
Is there a difference?
Yeah, it depends on where
Tenders
you
and
are.
fingers, I guess.
Depends on where you are.
Well, we're going to end it here. You continue your story, but we're ending it right here.